Bisienere. She is Vice President of Food and Beverage, Parks and Resorts, and of course the man in the white jacket is our Executive Chef of New Concepts.
So you do all of the food and beverage at the parks and the restaurants for worldwide? Yes. For worldwide, okay, yes.
And you're just coming off of food and wine, and the vegan was new this year. Successful?
Oh, incredibly successful. We found that our guests loved it, and even those that were not vegetarian loved it.
Yes.
You wouldn't know one way or another. It was so wonderful, right? Very popular.
I suspect that quite a few guests didn't even realize it was a meat substitute by the time they were done eating it.
Can you talk a little bit more about the food as attraction in the Be Our Guest restaurant?
Oh, sure. So the restaurant itself is just so darn beautiful that it made it very easy. And once you're given something so spectacular by our Imagineering folks, we knew we had to really up our game. So we made sure that the food was part of the experience and really spent a lot of time. These chefs were deeply involved in looking at the movie and really understanding again and again what you would really get in that experience. And so it's very French inspired so that you would feel like you're a piece and a part of it. We spent a lot of time making sure that that would be effective.
It's part of the story. It would be really out of place if we had kind of taken the menu in any other direction.
Yes.
Maribeth, talk about the Lassiter wine. That's seems like a neat addition to Be Our Guest.
It is. And you know, John has tremendous wine passion, and he's been to France so many different times. So when we were looking at the different wines we could offer, and we were making sure we would have French-inspired wines, it made sense. And John Lassiter is such a important person to our company, but to our guests as well. So we quickly put it on the menu and discovered that our guests were ordering it quite a bit. They love it. So it's been a wonderful experience.
Is it available elsewhere at Disney World? Or
We do have it available in other locations in our signature restaurants. So
The food that's at Be Our Guest, that you can only get it there, is that
that's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And could you talk some more about the ordering experience as well?
Yes.
And do you see that if it works as well as it seems to be working at Be Our Guest, do you see that it's spreading to other locations in the resort?
It potentially can. I want to make sure we get this down right first and do it really well. As we do anything, we want to make sure it's extremely good because we serve so many people at Disney. So this is our first ever Flex restaurant. So you can go in at lunch and it is a fast casual experience, and at dinner it's a table service restaurant. So you get a magic rose when you go in at lunchtime, and you're ordering off of the system, and you associate the rose to your order. It's a little rubbing of it onto the actual machine. And then you go to your table. You find your own table wherever you want to. You put the magic rose in the table, and that is the message to the kitchen of where your food gets delivered. So what that allows you to do is stay together as a family versus the kids, you know, in one location, mom or dad trying to find a table, somebody ordering over here. We wanted to really make it a great experience for the family, and it's been wonderful so far.
Yeah, the other advantage of the ordering system is it allows us to give the guest more information at the time of ordering should they choose. You go to a traditional quick service restaurant, you're going to see the menu, you're going to place an order, you're going to read a couple things about it. You go to this ordering experience, you can tap into nutritional information, you can tap into dietary allergy concerns and make modifications.
That's a great one.
Right on the system.
This is the first time we've done this, so I'll have Lenny tell you about it.
Yeah, as you go through your ordering experience, there'll be little cues that you could press, or icons you can press, and it will take you to what items work for our 7 major guest allergies. So you can have the most most easy experience possible.
It filters it down, so if you say you have a peanut allergy or a tree nut allergy, it removes that and tells you what you can order.
So you tell
Oh yes.
the person you're ordering with that, and then it just filters the...
Actually, you do it all yourself. You go to the screen, you
Right there.
touch, I have allergy, and my allergy is peanuts, and it'll take that
filters the
menu down to what you can
First time we've done
have.
it.
Wow,
What
that's
you can
really
have
cool.
that will
That's
meet
great.
that dietary concern.
That's awesome.
What have you seen as far as throughput with the guests doing it themselves? Has it been the same, faster, slower? What have
Well,
you seen?
the part that's been slower is just getting people to go to a table because the restaurant's so beautiful. I'm really serious. They want to walk around and look at everything. So we know that there's a piece of that we're going to have to adjust to. And each room is so unique, which is, as you said, it's an attraction in of itself. So that's the part that's a little bit slower. But the actual guest experience from the restaurant side is fine.
Chef, so you knew it'd be French inspired. Talk about how you say we're going to have Beauty and the Beast French-inspired menu. Where do you start building that menu?
Well, it's Beauty and the Beast inspired. So, the Beast being the very masculine side, and the time period of the building itself, you have to have a little more of that rustic, beefy menu. So, the pork chop, the whole rotisserie Cornish hen, those are kind of things that you would think that would have been an elegant banquet feast at the time.
But then you also can have that tremendous ratatouille, which is just very thematic and really is a tremendous vegetarian option as well. So it's been great.
What about for like those who are going through gluten issues or vegans? What else are you doing around the park and in the resorts to help? Because I've heard a lot of things that Disney is very open to trying to help everybody have an easier experience finding what they're
Yeah, we actually have a very detailed process in handling guest allergies, where the chef or a manager will come out to your table, talk through your entire experience, and then they will go back in the kitchen and follow that through to make sure that it gets to you and it's exactly what you ordered and it's free of anything that you did.
This is really important to us because we get letters all the time from families that will say this is the first vacation they've ever been able to take and feel safe around allergies. My mother was a celiac, had celiac disease her whole life, and those are things that disrupt your entire vacation. So we go out of our way with the chefs making sure that this is a really great experience for guests that have these. We don't just have allergies, we now have a massive amount of lifestyle choices where people are changing their diets, so we're trying to be as accommodating as we possibly can to all different types of food.
How involved are you all in the Splitsville menu? Do they do that completely on themselves, or do you provide input?
They create the menu, and then they always ask us to take a look at it and to provide input. Whenever we bring a new operating participant on board, we're always in some sort of relationship as a peer review, but it is their choice, not
You're
ours.
also doing throughout the parks more healthy lifestyle choices.
Yes.
You were doing. Is this something that you've seen is growing, and more people are actually selecting these items, like the fresh fruit and the things that you are seeing?
A great example of this is our kids menu. So we started our healthy alternatives in 2006. We took away French fries and sodas, and back then I would say only about 18% of the parents took that. They would say, no, we want the French fries. Now we're at 65% of healthy choice selections naturally happening. So we're always looking at how do we have both from the very healthy to the very indulgent, but we need to do that everywhere, in every location, at every meal service. So yes, we're continuing to do that.
Do all the parks have a fine dining restaurant option?
Yes, we do. We have signature restaurants at all of our locations.
So you're going to the Food and Wine Challenge, Chef. What's the one dish from Be Our Guest you take to that?
One dish I take would absolutely be the salmon on the saffron mashed potatoes with the leek fondue.
And if you haven't had it, you must.
My
it's
favorite.
amazing.